COVID behind us, over 72 million Americans are getting back on the road again. It is especially exciting to see that this form of traveling is becoming more and more popular among young families. Today we are visiting a hidden gem on the outskirts of San Diego. Simply Natural Hub is a non-profit organization focused on education and regenerative agriculture.
It's not organic gardening, it's regenerative.
Regenerative. Which means?
Which is turning the soil healthy. Building soil.
Very interesting. Very interesting. And you told me that soon you're going to have educational classes.
Yes. So this is going to be part of the education. This is part of the tour.
Which is a great thing for kids, to bring the kids, to show them this more natural way of life, and then to educate them further on future soil care or maintenance. That would be wonderful. And you think that's going to start this year, 2022?
Oh, it's already started. Like you're starting to see it, and you'll see the rest of it.
Excellent. Okay. Very cool place to visit.
Yeah.
Beside being a camping ground and a harvest host, this working ranch is a home to many rescued animals, including wild mustangs and llamas. Oh my gosh, look at the babies. I love it.
Hey.
Hi, guys. Hi, guys. So that's a next group.
Yes.
Batch.
Yep.
Oh, I got me some chickens at home, but I don't have a cowboy like this to make me a decent chicken coop. All right, so maybe that would be...
I'm not even actually in my proper attire. I'm just kidding.
It's evident.
Exactly. He's available. He's for hire.
He is, okay.
Cowboy for hire.
I'm just thinking about maybe holding the classes about how to build a proper chicken coop. I mean, look at that thing. That's gorgeous.
Well, like I said, we use materials that are on site here at the park. Mm-hmm. We recycle old lumber that we use for other things. I have this knack. I guess I just have this knack where I don't have to go to the lumber store. I can figure it out, you know.
I like that.
And that's what I figured out. There's never a plan. It's always just an idea, and then it goes from there.
Well, Stu, if you would put the stove and a sink in there, I would move it.
That's what Jai was saying. He walks in and goes, you know what? I can live in this.
This historic ranch is now on a mission to teach younger generations how to naturally recondition the soil. The first step is covering the soil with a straw to lock in the moisture. Next step is bringing animals like sheep and goats to stay in this area. While they're there, they will deposit manure and bring this special bacteria which is needed to begin reconditioning the soil. It's so interesting that in this modern time, we're going back to what people have been doing for centuries.
Exactly.
So a simple concept, put the straw, bring the animals, feed the animals, let the animals do their job, and then after that come back and replant it, right?
Exactly.
So simple,
Yeah.
so simple. Oh, very nice.
The easy way to do it, because we have all the animals, is to bring the manure and put the manure. But that doesn't teach the kids that, it's about minimal or zero input. Just let nature do it. Work with nature, whatever is available.
While we're talking about this, I'm just thinking about something. A lot of people would say, well, you can just bring the manure and deposit it. That's not the same as having the animal step on it and deposit it slowly. So it's slowly absorbed and slowly worked into the soil.
Exactly.
Right?
That's what regenerative agriculture from Alan Savory. I'll give you the website so you can do some on homework. That's the
concept.
That's how it works.
Very nice.
We're just working with nature, working with what you have.
I love it. I love it. A lot of us, especially the bigger food growers in this country, should look into this concept. Mm-hmm. Big companies like to produce a lot of food very cheap and usually come at the expense of soil and earth. Yes.
Everything has a cost, right? There's pros and cons to everything. The good news, like in this stage in my life, what I appreciate the fact that we've pretty much solved world hunger with mass production of food. And that's a good thing.
Yes.
Right. However, there is consequences, and now
Environmental.
that we're here, we have an opportunity to do it a little bit better.
Yes.
In addition to the water pollution, it's the really degrading the soil. Because,
Correct.
you know, you till the soil and then
Flush
full of
it with a lot
bacteria.
of water, yes,
all
yes.
So a big part of regenerative agriculture, as I understand it, involves carbon sequestration. Getting, harnessing the carbon from the atmosphere, getting it back into the soil, and that's a big part of like the global warming. You know, trend. Everybody's talking about global warming, and we think of like automobiles and coal and oil as fossil fuels.
Yes, I love it. I love I mean, we know, and I believe, I hope you agree, we know that this works because it has worked for generations and generations.
Billions of years.
Billions of years. So now the question is to educate enough people to do it instead of expecting government or the big corporations to do what needs to be done.
True.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense to come and see this place. That's what it makes sense. I think you would love that. All right. This historic ranch, with its old stagecoach house, was once a Buffalo Soldier post, bank, and a post office. People who want to travel through Harvest Host can come and be completely self-sustainable. But if you change your mind, like we changed our mind and we had a shower and it felt darn good. All the facilities are here, from the laundry to showers to pool and all that. So that's really good. Besides serving as an RV park and a classroom for regenerative agriculture, this is also a home to a number of rescued animals. All I could think about is that this was an ideal place for families with kids. There are acres and acres of undisturbed nature, with the corners and pockets which you could explore for hours. What happens to people who break the rules and go straight for the center?
This I don't know. Might be fireworks.
Fireworks, okay. Even ostriches knew to eat a lot of greens. All right, kids? I have to admit, I was scared of these long-legged and long-necked dinosaurs.
You can just put it in. They're not going to hurt you.
I work with cows, I work with horses, but I never work with a bird this size.
They're the same.
Okay. Sorry guys, that's all I have. The owners are determined to preserve the ranch in its most natural state.
The thing that we feel really fortunate is water. We have excellent water.
You do?
In spite of the droughts over the years, we never, our wells have not run dry.
So you have your own water.
We have our own water system, all underground, all natural. We don't interfere with it.
Is it drinkable?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I must taste the water, please. Oh, that's cool.
Talk to James.
Each tree, and there are many, are treated as a family member. They even have their own doctor called Oscar, who makes sure that they are all taken care of.
That's wonderful.
I'm happy to see it. And I'll be happy to see you too. There are many different sections to the ranch, and this one was definitely my favorite. Where else could you get such a loud welcome? We also got to see one mischievous cow who was put in a timeout, a young orphan horse, a faithful shepherd, and an entire flock of sheep. And let's not forget these happy and spoiled pigs. While every animal had a lot of space and it was really well taken care of, there were few who enjoyed special privileges and were allowed to roam the entire ranch at their leisure. Those were usually animals who suffered or were abused the most. Known for liking hard candies.
You give him candy, he'll be a friend.
Oh. The ranch offers great hiking trails. Just don't be surprised if suddenly others decide to join you. These were some of the friendliest free-ranging llamas. This young buck made sure that he found the highest point on the ground, and he stood firmly there, making sure to assert his dominance. It was priceless and so healing to be in this raw nature, surrounded by these free animals. And the sunset couldn't be prettier too. If you're looking for the change of pace or simply a peaceful environment in which you and your kids can unplug and reconnect, this ranch is definitely a place to go. The nature and the enormous oak trees will wrap you in their arms so lovingly you will never want to leave. We had such a wonderful time on this farm, from visiting with animals to taking a hike to being kissed by llamas. But it's getting late and it's time to return to RV and start making a dinner. Tonight is my turn to make a dinner, and I'm gonna make something simple and easy. This is a cold base that we're gonna use to put our smoked trout on. And what it is just the olive oil with the garlic, onions, some of the cabbage, and cauliflower rice. I'm also adding a little bit of ginger, some smoked prunes, and lots of basil. Probably a few other things, but basically you just want to create a base for the fish. And since I don't have lemon, I'm working with ginger, and I'm working with prunes because they have a little bit of acid in them as well. And I'm gonna add a few blueberries too to kind of bring that sour flavor. And then once that's done, we're just gonna put a fillet of smoked trout, and there you go. You have a very good dinner. All right, and to finish it off, we're just gonna add some of this delicious balsamic vinegar. Very creamy, thick, and a hint of sweetness. A whole lot of sour. There's a whole lot of a beautiful world out there. So please grab your kids or your friends or your family and just go and explore it. In a time of such a sophisticated technology, more than ever, we need to stay connected. And this is one of the best ways to go and meet extraordinary people and places.